I appreciate you. This is my second time of coming to you. I mean, I can't but just appreciate the value, the spirit, the togetherness, so to speak. And for the second time that I'm listening to you, I have learned quite a few things from you. I will tell you why, or maybe a few things I've learned. Again, please, this is not me pouring encomiums. Whether I say it or not, it is what it is. So you don't have to say thank you to me because it will be, like I said, it is what it is. What I say it or not, it is what it is. You have demonstrated some very high level of calmness. You know how to manage your space. You know how to accommodate people. That is not common, especially in the space of TikTok. I want to commend you very specially for that skill. I'm sure is an aftermath of your mother's handiwork. So again, I to what quickly address this, moving to parents. My dear sister, you can every amount of it cannot you don't have. But let me stream it out. You gave a very, with all due respect, my sister, your analogy with respect to answering that question was, let me say, somewhat poor. This is not me judging you, but I'm just speaking to your answer, not you. What I mean by that is that when you give that analogy to don't have money, you can give to somebody. Wealth is not the amount available in your pocket. Wealth is the ability to transfer your creativity into making wealth. So even if you borrow money to help somebody at a time, you are giving what you have in potential. So you already have it. That is why you're able to borrow and give. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I am placing emphasis on you being able to possess something before you can give. So borrowing money means that you have the capability to pay back that money. In other words, you have it already before you're giving. But let's even shift the conversation away from that place. Let me say this. Whoever said that, I don't know who gave that analogy that, if you don't know how to swim, you cannot be teaching somebody how to swim. That analogy is a life transforming analogy. Whoever cares to benefit from it should hold it and run with it. You see, when you have a particular entity, maybe a space set on fire, you cannot be struggling to save somebody if you have not saved yourself. So let's not be going back and forth with that argument. It will not amount to any meaningful conversation if you ask me. That said, let's go back a little to the topic we're talking about today. I don't know if I have 2 to 5 minutes so I can quickly drop my 2 pence on that.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. Before you go further, you gave another illustration of fire. I want to ask you specifically, if your child, a house is burning, and you have a child in that house where that fire is burning, would you save yourself and leave that child to burn?
My dear sister, you have to be alive to be able to save somebody. Why are we going back to the
Would I
conversation
just
now?
ask the question? Would you leave that child to burn, even when you know if you had even tried, you would have been able to save that child? Would you leave that child to burn and say you want to save yourself first? You will not make any attempt. Is that what you're saying?
No, the fact that I am able to make attempt means that I'm already alive and I have the capability first before I can even try. Are you not getting the
I'm not
conversation,
getting
my
it,
dear
sir.
sister?
No,
Mama Biancy, wait, make it finish first. This question they come, make it
I'm not.
finish
I'm
first.
not getting
Because
it
this
because
this
I
you
think
staying
this
alive,
mindset you
you
are saying.
staying alive first. You
Please
BNC,
staying
let me
alive
let me
first
let
BNC,
me
is
relate.
another
BNC,
question.
please, BNC, please. If we are bringing in an analogy or context into a discussion, let's not be bringing in things that are abstract. We are talking about friendship, a friend helping a friend. And you are bringing about child
No,
and
no,
parenting
it's because of
as
the
if
illustration he
no.
brought in.
Apart from
No,
his
he
illustration,
brought
let us
that
no
illustration
leave the
in.
illustration. Let us treat the main fact. The
Wait,
fact
leave
we
the
are
main
talking
fact
about is that
first. It's illustration
if you
we are
don't know how
bringing
to
in.
swim, if you don't have to know how to swim, don't go and
Uncle,
be saving
we
somebody
have
that
left
does not know
swimming
how to
now.
swim.
He said swim, that illustration is very good. We should run with it. He now brought another illustration that if one house is burning and he saves him, he must save himself first before he can save another person. We are talking
Yes.
about the
Okay.
illustrations
Now
people are
let me
talking about.
let me give you something, BRC. We work in the health sector, and when the fire alarm goes off, you are advised to leave whatever you are doing and leave the building. You are not asked to stay
No,
back.
no, no.
But
Pray,
when
go
it
back
comes
to
to
no, go back to that
now,
your training. They no, no, no. They tell you
wait,
to leave
wait now,
everything you are doing. That even if you are
wait
with
now.
somebody, that you should stay with that person, but bring
It's
everything to
only
what you
it's
are
only
doing to
when you
a
have
safe
known it's only
conclusion.
when you have known where the fire is coming from.
They
See,
say
BRC,
no, no. They
you will stay with somebody you don't know whether
So
the fire is
no,
coming from your
praise. Go
side.
back to that your training. Go back to that your training. They say bring
Please
everything you are doing to a
hold on, hold
safe
on.
conclusion. That's what
No,
they
no,
said.
hold on first. Hold on first. Let's be very, very careful in what we are saying. Praise do. I wouldn't want you to waste your energy. With all due respect to this conversation, do not waste your energy. Let's assume that we are just here to learn from each other. I am a licensed behavior analyst. I'm a CNA. I'm a DSP. And I'm also a mental health practitioner. I work in the state. What Praise do said in the entire world, wow, the training that we are giving universally, that you have to be safe first. Let me tell you something. When somebody is quenching right now, the first thing to do is to ensure that the environment is safe, even for you first. You have to be alive. You have to be safe to be able to save somebody. So, BC, with all due respect, I don't know where you're getting your training from, but that concept, it is absolutely fallacious.
Oga, I'm not here to come and tell the degrees or whatever we are doing here. That's not what I'm doing. You've said all the
That
things I said are rubbish.
hold
I
on.
don't care. But what you are saying, with all due respect, what you are saying is the same mindset we have that make people to be selfish. To be honest with you, with all due respect, you've said everything I said is poor. This one, that one, that one. I don't worry. I don't. It's not my business. But what you have said, the angle you are coming from, is the same thing that have made people to be so selfish that they cannot sacrifice for people anymore.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'll say.
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't think I have the energy to get into that, because if we're to talk about what we have done for humanity, my dear sister, we are not here again. I was only trying to tell you the experience that we have. I didn't read those credentials to promote selfishness on myself. No, 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 far from it. Some of us were too transitional to do that. So let's not even get into that conversation. So let's go back to the topic. Um, Setting goals for 2026. What a beautiful day. Um, I said, this is just an event. The event that is based on paparazzis and jamborees. I think that tomorrow 9 o'clock will still be o'clock. 9 o'clock will not become 10. Maybe no, no, no. The price tomorrow will still rise. What change? Not change is the fact that lender down in, you see that 50 whatever. That's the only thing that change or that changes. But before I even go on, tomorrow, not tomorrow, today now Nigerian time, I am 15 years in marriage by the grace of God, and I want to, yeah. God has been very, very faithful. It's not been all rosy, but I tell you what, so much that we cannot but celebrate God. And I'm blessed with the best wife on earth, and the second best woman on earth. The first best woman is my mother. Then the first best wife is my wife. In my next one, I'm going to marry her again by God's grace. Well, that is just to ease the atmosphere. setting goals for 2026, I would say from this moment, if we have not done it, let us put humanity first. What is humanity in one sentence or two? Before I will treat you well, before I, before, before I know you, before I know your color, I treat you well. And that is as my everyday new year has been in existence for 35 years by God's grace. Meaning I was barely 11 years when I made that resolution. Before I know you, treat you well. Meaning that I will not be so blind not to know that you have two eyes, I have two eyes. I have one nose, you have one nose, one mouth, two, and all of that. So, and if you tear your body apart, your blood is not white, it's red, just like I have mine. So, irrespective of educational qualification, economic status, all of that, those things are inconsequential. I'm first a human being created by Almighty. So what should I treat to know you? And I keep saying this. Let me shift it to my faith. Jesus Christ Jesus Christ is not periodic. Jesus Christ is life. In other words, it is a life you live that translates into you being Christian that believes in Christ. That's number one. Number I have also resolved, I deleted about 6 numbers from my phone. What does that mean? We must learn to filter friends. Those friends that they are distractors, please filter them. Any friend that stays with you, that it's all about socials, and no productivity, there's no value, you have to filter them. Those friends that they always want to get from you. Again, I'm not saying that you should say what you give to them is what they should give to you. No, they might not have anything consequential to give to you, but the ideas can change a lot of things. They might tell you, bro, last night we sat out and I saw that you spent 200,000 naira. Bro, I have not seen you. You've not told me about your investment. That friend might not have money to spend at that time that you spend money, but that conversation alone says that he cares for you. That it's not all about you taking him out to go and spend money. He wants you to invest. That is the value he's bringing to you. So he tells you, bro, there's one business I saw somewhere. I don't have money to invest to. Why not take over that engagement? That's the value he's bringing to you. So what I would give my friend is not necessarily I'll be expecting them to give to me. Ideas. We're talking about ideas. If you're married, that your friend that will tell you, Oga, make sure you train your children well. He's after you, making sure that whatever money you spend, that he knows. He's always telling you, Oga, I hope you've given to your house 10,000 naira before you're giving 100 naira outside. That is somebody who prioritizes your welfare and your growth. Is very important. And please do not always say friend. Do not always say yes to people. That is what we must learn. If you are always saying yes to people, you end up being poor, including your family members, including your children, including your partner. If you are always in quote saying yes, you will end up being poor. So there are times that you will say no deliberately. Sometimes you do that to even, know people's reactions, to know their mindset, to know what value they truly place in your relationship and them. I repeat, including your wife and your children. I will also say that we should prioritize family values with focus on building confidence in our children. Let me say this, I have 3 beautiful daughters. 13 plus, 10 plus, and 8 plus. I have told them from day one, I'm not interested in building and, nurturing children who are brilliant. No, I am more interested in bringing up children who are smart and confident. No matter how brilliant you are, if there's no element of confidence in you, opportunity eludes you. There's no doubt about it. So we have to focus on building morals in our children. You build spirituality and uprightness. It is absolutely important. Let's also not forget, build integrity. And let me say this quickly. Integrity is not integrity until it is consistent. We must build in them academic excellence, responsibility, and accountability. Let me tell you, before you even invited me up here, I just finished a meeting with my wife and my children. And I told my wife that was in November, I wrote letter of employment for my 3 daughters. Letter of employment. And this morning, my secretary was in my house to issue the letter to them for them to read through and sign them. Yes, today, my company has put them on salary. And after they read us, we're having a meeting. I said, I asked them if they had any question. My first daughter said yes. Her question was that I said, Daddy, what we need to do got to do with my company? I said, okay, that's a very wonderful question. I asked my second daughter if she had any question. She said she didn't have any question. Guess what my last daughter said? 8 plus. She said, Daddy, in fact, tomorrow morning I'm going to ask my wife to take her out. Well, of course, she would take them out, but particularly the last one. Let me tell you the question she asked me. She said, Daddy,
I'm really sorry, Mr. Frankie, for intercepting you here with what you're speaking, right? Because we have just about less than 9 minutes before the Nigerian TikTok bounces us out of the live stream. So we always delegate on whom other personnel's live stream that is in diaspora we're gonna delve into, so we can have the discourse continually, right? So
okay,
yeah,
can I just
I hope you understand what I do. I was just trying to say to you, because